President Joe Biden spoke about mental health, his own experiences with that, the way that he got through challenges that he dealt with because of the loss that he's experienced in his life. And then also just generally, societally, how we need to remove the stigma and treat mental health, the challenges we all go through, and the treatment that is often necessary as much of something that can be openly discussed as physical ailments. So take a look at this first moment.
We have to take the stigma off of mental health. Mental health is no different than you break your arm or your leg. No, it really isn't. It's God's truth. It is a problem that is a medical problem. And so hardest part is to get people, a lot of people, I say most people, to acknowledge that I'm getting help. I'm getting help. That's why we had this effort to my wife dealt with this program to provide for health for, post-traumatic stress for so many warriors. Pete, you toted a rifle, man. You were there. You see all the people. I don't know how many people that that need the help. But it's a help that you need any more than you need if you broke your leg. But we got to take the stigma away from the notion that you need mental health.
And similar to pretty much every issue, depending on the community that you're in, this can be such a different reality. I've been in spaces where it's so encouraged and so perfectly wonderful to discuss any particular issue you're having with mental health, your mental health reality in the way that you choose, and others where that would be completely out of place and not be seen as legitimate as a physical injury or whatever it might be, treatment to a physical ailment. And so we still have work to do on that front. There's some places, like I said, where it's gotten really good, and then many that have not gotten there. And so I like that he's raising this issue. Second moment where he starts addressing his own experiences and what got him through, the thing that he brings up is the support that he had.
Everybody thought I went home because I went home because I couldn't afford two places. But anyway, no. I went home because I get to, kiss my boys goodnight and lay down with Sarah prayers and then my daughter, etc. But I had my mother. I had my mother there. Every morning I'd drop the boys off when they were little at my mom's house. And then later I'd be able to drive them to school and they'd be picked up. But my point is I had so much help. And I had psychological help. Everywhere down there was someone there to basically hold my hand. Well, that's the mental health that a lot of families don't have. They don't have. And a lot of folks are in a situation where if they just had somebody to talk to.
I think in a sense that's oversimplifying, but I agree with the sentiment of so often the thing that can get in our personal experiences kind of us through a difficult time. This is separate from a larger mental health reality, but can be the people around. It's often the people around you who support you in that. And so I think this comes down to two categories. The first is policy. How do we implement investment into mental health programs to treat people, to allow it to be financially reasonable for people to get that treatment, be supported in that, and have the proper qualified people to talk to, all of that, and the medicine side of it. And then also from our leaders, it does make an impact to open up about your own experiences, showing that this can be something on the table. Like he said, as common as a broken leg, because different than physical injuries or physical challenges or whatever it might be, mental health is something every single one of us deals with. Some people get really lucky. They never have a problem until they're very old with their physical body and they don't get a broken leg. But everybody deals with their mental health reality. And so making sure that that is something that can be openly discussed so that people know where they can go for help, who they can talk to, how they can move forward, I think is a very justified cause and something we should absolutely care about.